Boys, I'm being an absolutely shite camera, man. Yeah, we went and checked the other library, made sure it was all closed and that.
Yeah.
Ne'er-do-wells, mate, ain't got a clue, have they?
Yeah. Yeah, so but we're not one up the. I wonder why we just cancelled one at 1 PM.
Because there weren't enough people. I got it on film. She said there weren't enough people that wanted to actually take part.
That is God knows.
Ain't bad, is it? Can't be bad.
Yeah, the one at Bolton.
Who's going in? It's got a fucking library. They've got a go fucking thing on.
Sorry?
Big goes everywhere.
Yeah. Nah, but we wouldn't get some.
You got to get a scrag quickly, are you?
Yeah, the others, they're going getting something to eat down there. Just keeping it. They're going in for after.
I'm going to go and film Antifa, mate.
Yeah, I'll be there soon.
Go on then, Danny. Yeah, Botley got cancelled, but Didcot's going. I got this, what's it called though? I got the drop from Botley. They cancelled it because not enough people wanted to attend apparently, so I'll take that as a fucking triumph, mate. Hellfire Station's having a good watch. That's what I'm saying, bold mate. It's a win, isn't it? Watch me smoke my joint, mate. Oh, battery's run out of the fucking thing. I'm gonna have to change that now. Going to the thing, ain't they? Alright, Greg. Changing the battery, boys, 1 sec. Stop there. She's warm. Can you see him, chat? Talking about us. Oh, fuck it, roll. So I'm gonna get him. He's a yokel, isn't he? He appears to be a yokel. So this is Didcot Library. In case you didn't know what was going on. The grooming of young kiddies. That's amazing. Oh, they are down there. Alright, I was making sure I was in the right place, wasn't I? So Antifa just walked straight past?
I don't know.
Yeah, they walked straight up that way.
Did they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Buffering? Oh, boys.
So it did look sparse. The text where we were quite small, so it did look closing. So that was alright.
Didn't you?
I'm hoping so.
You don't want to be seen.
I'll have a few more singles going by then.
Police presence.
Yeah.
Botley was cancelled. I got a little couple of clips from Botley inside the place. We actually got the lady from the library, the librarian, stating that the reason it was cancelled was due to lack of interest. So
I ended up with a Belgian Yeah. He looks like really.
Yeah, that's what we thought as well. That's why Piers talked me into what's it called in. Look, so there's a child over there getting their ticket out. I think they're actually going to walk them through the front as well. It's actually mental. Actually mental.
His only option is to kill fish, and that's what he was trying to do. Because he got up to 6 months, and he told me it was a puppy.
Yeah, you're here.
As he was getting bigger, and he kept going with those fish.
Thank you.
The last time I couldn't separate them. Copper, yeah, Q's still got all the stars.
All right, love you. You too.
Yeah. The others are
Do you want something to do?
Well, what would you like me to do, my love?
Watch this. Oh, come off it, bastard. Look, boys, look, this is what I'm on about. This is what I'm saying. This is crazy. They're walking through the front and everything. Bit of dignity for the child. They had to show tickets to get in as well, let me tell you. So it's 100% there for that.
Wow, yeah.
Insane. Absolutely insane. Right, 1 second, boys. I've got to show the lady something.
You smell fragrant.
It's, what's it called? Davidoff Coolwater. Yeah.
I love you.
Alright. She's fucking glass.
Yeah.
Right, so, yeah, read that. It's a lot for me to camera and do everything at the same time, so if I could get someone else putting it on and telling them all about it, that would be fantastic. That's what's going on, isn't it?
Yeah,
Well,
that's everything.
That's the thing that they need to do then. That's their job for them.
Yes,
Do you know what
exactly,
I mean? So
exactly.
if someone could go and explain that to them,
Yeah,
that'd be fantastic.
I don't know if I can.
Do you know anyone that's got this?
Kim would.
Right, well,
Kim would.
take the section 15A of the Serious Crime Act 2015 and show it to Kim and try and, or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay, you've got to send it me though.
Alright, well, you on Telegram?
Yes.
Right. So,
What's my name on Telegram? I think it's just Amy, but do you need my number?
yeah, no, if you just go and search CMP N org. Right, join that, subscribe to that. Right, what's your name then? And then I'll be able to find it on there.
I think I've just put my name at Amy.
I can't fucking get into Telegram, imagine that. There's no way, it's not letting me on Telegram. Look, I can't even do my filming. They're taking, look, this is it. It's kids having kids, and then kids teaching kids, or taking them, enabling them, babies to get. But mind you, this is what I mean, it's for the children. Them children that are holding the babies, blatantly for them, innit? Because that baby ain't gonna look like fuck all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Absolutely.
I can't get into Telegram now.
That's a bit bizarre, isn't it?
It's wild. Hang on. Let me mute the stream 1 sec.
library be private property? I was quite confused.
Well, that's what they're saying. This is private land here.
Because it's run by Oxfordshire County Council, which is taxpayer funded, so surely that's public space?
I mean, I'm not aware of the deeds. I've looked at them.
Well, surely that's quite important though in terms of the right to protest. We need to know if it's public or private.
Even if it is private, it's still got implied right of access, so you can still be here. And in order for them to get you off, they need it from the landowners.
They're also saying that obviously if the protest spills overboard and it gets, beyond peaceful, then they will ask this area to move. Okay?
But that needs to cut across to the other people that are going to protest here as well, because they tried to...
Yeah, but this is Didcot though, this is different.
And they were very insulting, whereas we weren't in the least. They were shouting, you got shit in your mouth, you fascists, you're Nazis.
Yeah. And that's inciting hatred, isn't it?
Well,
for everyone's freedom, basically.
You know, we've got nothing against anybody who's gay or LGBT or anything.
No.
We just don't agree with children of 5 years old about learning about sex.
That's fine, and you're here to put your message across.
You know, I've got friends from the LGBTQ community. I've got friends that are gay.
We have got people from the LGBTQ
We've got some people
community
here as well.
It's
It's to do with that. It's to do with the fact that we want our children to be protected and not to learn about sex until they're old enough to, to be not be able to be groomed by other
That's absolutely fine.
We're not even suggesting that drag queens are grooming, but it's that potential that normalises it.
And they also do. I have been told that they are going to be talking about sex today.
Well, those books that they reference.
Yes.
well, what is a man in drag though? You have to talk about it to explain to a child what that is when they ask,
Yes.
He's gay. Oh, what does that
But
mean?
he's not gay.
Which is fine for consenting adults if they want to look at that.
He's not gay?
I don't think drag artists aren't gay.
Well, no. If they're not gay, they're deviant. I find it quite funny. I must say, I find it quite funny how the police will come and speak to the middle-aged ladies about being volatile and angry and this sort of thing, when really and truly the whole time it's the gay teenagers that are angry and bitter and cursing. It's absolutely insane. I just have to say, I just find that bizarre.
We're the right-wing extremists.
Well. Yeah, and it come in the Marxist car. Come in the Marxist car. Sorry, my love.
Against poverty and the labour movement, and I'm far right, am I? If I'm far right, you're living in Aldous Huxley's Brave New World.
Amen.
Go and check that out, because you probably haven't even heard of it. Oh, I've read it. Absolutely. I've read that one, and I've read the other one. All of them. Brave New World, we're for LGBT rights, and you really are the fascists.
That's the one.
They don't really know what fascists are. Do Oxford University put that on your curriculum, do they?
Would you reckon?
Sorry, I'm getting...
I got worse earlier.
Problem is they don't know what fascists are.
No, of course they don't.
You've never lived through fascism like my family had to in Eastern Europe. You don't even know what it is. My family were forced out of Eastern Europe by real fascists, and you think we're fascists?
They're paid for. They got masks on. No one wears masks now. They're paid for.
They're paid for.
Paid for. You're paid for. You're paid for.
That is a symbol. I'm going to stop shouting because we'll be accused of being intellectual.
You've been paid for. Of course I have.
I live around with the success of the BNP. How does that feel?
Oh yes, Labour.
Come here, you little spurg. Come and chat, you little spurg. Stop shouting.
I'm far right, am I? You don't know what that word means.
Hear him.
Yeah, you've got the foggiest. There's zero conviction in whatever he's done.
If we're far right, go and meet the real BNP and you'll fucking wake up then.
Yeah. We're not far right. We're just
She says that the only day patriotic alternative ain't here. Good job, innit, really?
It's not quite an argument.
Debbie's been fighting for the Labour Party for decades.
Yeah.
not gay sex. Gay sex. Just so ridiculous.
Just for anyone who was wondering, the last one was cancelled, and we did go to verify the claim. It was 100% cancelled, and we got the inside footage about explaining how the reason was because not enough interest, not enough people wanted to go. So amazing.
Well, where's your paedophile then? No, I don't care. You know, I watched it. I watched what happened.
It's been very
I watched it. My son got held down.
Yeah.
I'll try and find it.
About the fact that these works is about sex.
Yeah.
In America, it's well known.
Yeah.
And we're not talking about LGBT, we're not talking about... No.
No, but they're talking about LGBT though.
But that's what I'm saying, they don't know what they don't know
Yeah, why are they here?
well, they don't know what they're protesting
It's not
for.
about LGBT.
It's about 5-year-olds knowing about sex, which they're
I-
learning about in there.
I had a woman in Norwich tell me that the T in, she's old school mind you, the T in LGBT stood for the drag queen. I think she meant transvestite, but I was like, no dear, it doesn't mean that. But even I think she was even referring to the drag queen as a transvestite, which I like to hear, because it's only proper. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But that's what we don't want the kids to know about any sex, not just gay
No, of
sex.
course,
They're
of
5 and 7
course,
years
of
old.
course.
They're too young to know about that sort of stuff.
100%,
That's
Mrs.
why I'm here.
Amen.
But why are they here? I want to know why they're here and what they are actually protesting about.
Do you want to come over and we'll ask them? Come on here. We'll go and find out. Who do you, no, I think the bearded man. Try the young one. Do you even know?
Yeah, I do know what you
How do you know?
I do know because I look at what the far right is doing.
Right, I'm definitely not far right, geezer. Anyways, the lady
Over
that.
there with them, is it?
What do you mean over there with them? Who's far right?
Answer any of your stupid questions. Go back over there, please.
Who's
That's
far
very rude,
right?
isn't it? And very blocking. You're
I'm not gonna
protesting,
be
but you
rude to
can't because you don't.
homophobe. Because you're a homophobe.
Who's a homophobe?
You're a homophobe.
I'm not allowed to swear. I got told off for that earlier.
Right, listen. Hang on, relax. Slow down. Slow down. Why are you so uptight? Why do you call people names and then you can't have a discussion?
What is the question?
Right.
The question
Why are you
is,
calling people
are you here?
homophobes?
Why am I here?
What are you
Because lot have been
protesting for?
harassing.
What are you protesting about?
I'm protesting you lot.
About
You
what?
lot have been palling around with patriarchal alternative, which is a fascist.
They haven't even been here today.
They haven't been here today.
So who's you lot then? These people are local. These people are local.
They're not that local,
So
given
what are
I
you
saw most of them in
protesting
Oxford
about?
earlier.
So what?
What are you protesting
What do you
about?
mean?
You don't even know.
So are we not in Oxfordshire now? It says Oxford County.
I'm quite happy to tell you why I'm here.
Didcot is
I'm
in
not
Oxford.
here
But they're all
against
not that clean, not all you're an
LGBT.
idiot.
I'm not here against gays. I'm not here against anyone. What I am here against is that person in there is going to be talking to those children about sex. And they're
No, they're
5
not.
and 7
They're
years
reading a
old.
story.
Drag queens
Ask
are
anyone.
people about sex. I know a drag queen who said they have no place going into schools.
A single
They have
drag
no
queen.
place.
It's a
A
library.
single drag
A
queen.
single drag.
But
It's
you're a
just-
single,
it's just-
whatever you are. I don't know.
Okay, what
You
does
haven't
it
told
say
me.
there?
Well,
What
no.
does it say there? Does it say school? Can you read? It says
Well,
library.
it says library.
So what does that mean?
So what? So
What-
you're just
what
arguing
school's
that
got
well,
It's
they
a
go
public
to
building.
schools.
What school's got to
Public
do with it?
building.
What
That-
school's got to do with
Children
it?
go to libraries. Children are in that
Their
library now
parents
with
are
their
bringing them.
parents.
Right.
talking about sex.
Parents are bringing them
Under
there,
a
they're
5
bringing
years
them
old, 5, 6 years old, they don't need to know about sex. Not gay sex, not any sex. Children don't need to know about
Hang
sex.
on, let me have a go. Let me have a go.
Did you learn about sex?
Oh, hang on. Stop pointing, waving the finger.
I learned about sex when I was 11.
It's gonna lose it.
And that was a good
You're gonna
age
lose the
to
moral
know
high
about
ground.
sex.
Stop.
The content.
Yeah. Hang on.
The content of the books that are being read in there have been covered by local papers in the Reading Press.
Right.
So you can verify that they're not actually
Sorry,
about sex.
I'm sorry. You seem all right, but I'm autistic. I've just got to say, you're saying Reading local paper. I was being told I wasn't even in Oxford a minute ago. Can you see the funny thing? Can you see the joke?
You're not in Oxford, you're in
You weren't 5 years
Oxfordshire. But you just said Reading was local. You just said Reading was local. That's the point. Fundamentally, sorry.
a paper local to Reading.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Go on then, you
Right.
answer them.
Right. So there's 20 books.
Cares about sex
There's 20
education
different
quite a lot.
books.
I learned sex education
Right,
when I hit
so how many
secondary
books
school.
were-
There
how
are
many
certain
books was
things,
covered
like,
in the
for
local
example,
reg?
like consent in a non-sexual context.
Honestly, I'm not
is really
entirely
important for
sure.
young people
Right.
to know about in
I
terms of
value
having
your
autonomy
honesty and I
over
appreciate
being able
it
to
fundamentally.
make
So thank you very much for that.
really important.
Would you go a bit
yes,
further?
I agree. Maybe sex education should be.
It depends on what kind of
What I'm
questions
saying
you're
is
going to
here,
ask.
what's happening.
So why are you here today?
From what I understand, and I'd really
I'm
like to know
here
where
because
where you come from, what you actually know.
I'm worried about
From what I
the
understand,
approach
a drag
that some
performer
groups are
is going
taking
in there
Right.
towards
to read stories to children.
people
And
who
stories
want
that
to
they tell aren't anything to do
show
with sex in general,
gender
and aren't to
non-conformity
do
in
with
a positive
sexuality.
light.
They do
Right.
that. We're going on a bear
Teach
hunt,
young
for
people that
example,
it's
is one of the things, and I
okay
know that
to
this drag
be
performer
gender non-conforming
reads
as
to
an
children.
option
I
for
think that's
existence.
really
Right.
a thing. It's
Not
teaching
as
inclusivity, and I think that
necessarily
actually
the
conversation
only
we're
way
having
of
right
being.
now
Right.
is one of
There's
those
no
positive
qualms with that.
things. I feel like
How
I'm
young
actually talking
is
to you.
what
I'm glad
is
that we're
age
sharing
appropriate for them to learn
I'm
about
glad
that?
that we're having that
Well, there are different ways of teaching kids about this, depending on age appropriate.
Right, so same question again. What is age appropriate to learn about gender conformity, gender identity, sexual orientation?
What dimension of gender identity?
Well, let's start at the basics. They're going in there to see a man in drag, right? So that man is probably gay, possibly, but right? Because it's a big thing. Hang on, if you let me continue, I will get to the crux of it. Right? So, sorry, what was the question?
How do you know necessarily that this person
Well,
is gay?
part of drag culture is more often than not, it would be reasonable to suggest that they are gay and they're sexually provocative, sexually illicit.
Hang on.
Right. Hypersexualised.
Why would being gay make them hypersexual?
No, drag. That's
Okay, why would drag
it's part of their culture.
Okay, what is intrinsically sexual about gay culture as opposed to
No,
straight
drag
culture?
culture.
But you just said that drag culture is specifically hypersexual part of gay culture.
Yeah, safeguard.
said what?
Safeguard children.
You just
No, I
said...
didn't.
Yes, you did.
I didn't. No.
Yes, you
I said
You're
hyper.
filmed.
Yeah, I am. I said it's hypersexualised. Yeah, no, that's fine. I said they are hypersexualised as drag. That's what they do as drag queens. That's hypersexualised. I didn't ever say gay was hypersexual.
What do you mean?
I wouldn't. I know gay.
What do you mean by hypersexual?
Well, from their name, from everything from their name to their behaviour is sexual innuendos and just being uncouth generally speaking.
Are you aware of how many different genres of drag there are?
I mean, I know there's burlesque, I know there's all kinds of different sorts of stuff, but I understand that they are trying to break through with this as a niche. But my argument still remains the same. At what age is it appropriate?
It depends on the content, it depends on the art form, it depends on various different things. Like, Ada is not a burlesque girl.
Have you seen the social media posts that she's put up, though?
Is that what she is portraying to the children?
I beg your pardon?
Is that what she's portraying to the children?
Well, so for instance, if someone says love has no age, yeah,
Has anyone said that?
well he has on his post. I can show it to you now.
What was the context?
It was a Facebook post. It's a man in a rainbow suit with a rainbow umbrella, and it just says the caption "Love has no age" with some party. You know that emoji with the party hat on and the bloke and the thing, yeah? Just that, like 5 or 6 of them. And that's not even the risque business. That's where it starts.
I would have to look at the post.
For sure, but I appreciate your openness to actually look at it. Here, I'll show you. 1 second, boys. I've got to do this because this is proper. This is like we might actually get through to someone because we're not here just being bigots, mate. There's method to the madness. Like the geezer's a predator.
Do you know about that?
So, how do you know? How do you know, young man? How do you know? How do you know? I asked you a question because he's reading the story was the answer. Right. Okay. Is that what I'm doing? Is that what I'm doing? We're talking about a man in drag. Where's the trans? Where's the trans in that? But you're saying different. You're saying the wrong stuff. You're misrepresenting me. You're misrepresenting me. That's what's wrong with that. Right. So I can't get into this tonight. Yeah, I'll send it to college. Magic.
And they are not
Yeah, in America. In this whole thing.
Oh my goodness, my phone's overheating.
They've got these special toilets, you know, where you've got a person dressed up as a woman who's gone into a toilet where there's a little girl, but really a pretty girl's pretending to be an LGBT.
Yeah. Hello. Conspiracy theory. There's a word.
Tell me, do you believe in globalism?
I think what's really important is when we're thinking
Well, this is other ones he's put up.
about today. I think what's really important.
How do I necessarily verify that it hasn't been edited? Because that looks like a JPEG.
They are. They're all screenshots, mate.
But how do I know that?
What? How do you know?
Yes. How do I know that those are definitely from Twitter?
Okay, I'll keep going. Right? Because there's something that you will be able to verify without a shadow of a doubt. Right. If you read that, Can you read that aloud?
No, I haven't been.
You're only showing me photos.
No. This is. You can check this. We'll go on the website now. This is his website. This is his website, and it states that they do basic DBS checks. Yeah. Basic. Yeah. And then we look at the legislation. What you're actually supposed to have. You're supposed to have enhanced. To work with children or vulnerable people, you're supposed to do enhanced DBS checks.
They're not working with the children or vulnerable people because they're with the children, but the parents are with the children.
Oh my goodness! Like this is the what's it called argument. This is the blanket argument I keep getting. That doesn't make any difference, my friend. If you're working with children, no, it doesn't. If you're working with children, you're working with children. It doesn't matter if there's an adult present or not. I am sorry. No, that's why I use defeat logic. You haven't got any logic. If you're working with a child, it doesn't matter if a parent's there or not. You're still working with the child.
Of course it does.
No, it doesn't. Not in the eyes of the law, my friend. Not in the eyes of the law.
Immense difference.
I'm sorry, but no, you're wrong there, my friend. As a student of jurisprudence, I have to just tell you you're flat out wrong because I understand, because I study this. This is what I'm saying. This is what I study. Yeah. So you're wrong. In order to work with children, yeah, whether there's a parent there or not, you need an enhanced DBS check.
Different ways of working with children.
No, look, when you're a performance artist, yeah, and you're performing for children, you need to do an enhanced DBS check.
Sorry.
That's as simple as that. That's as clear cut as it comes. And the man's actually says on his website they do basic, but you need enhanced for children.
Are you sure they didn't just get it?
I'm certain these are. I've rang him up. I've got videos for days, mate. I've rang him up. I've asked him to make comment, and do you know what he told me when I asked him to make comment? He said to me, I need to go through his vetting process. I thought the gall on it, the absolute gall on it. He needs to vet me. He needs to vet me to make sure
That's not fair.
I'm a
Mate, it's all right.
I beg your pardon?
Can I interrupt you a minute?
Go on, sir.
What we're going to ask is for all of this group to be over there.
Why?
Behind their bit.
I'm trying to work.
Yeah, I understand that. We've given you a little bit of time over here, but we can't.
No one got heated. You said if anything gets heated, no one's been heated.
Yeah, but things could potentially go.
There's been raised voices. Yeah. So I shout. That's what I do.
That's fine. Giving you a little bit of time here.
But that's not fair. So for what reason? This one's a bully. Tries to people.
You were shouting in the face.
I wasn't shouting. It's all on film. It's right. Okay. It's all on film. It's all on film. It's all on film.
If you could go over there for us this time, mate, it's all right.
That's not very professional, is it? Calling me mate.
What would you like to be called?
Sir?
Sir?
It would do.
Okay, sir.
Just a bit of decency.
No problem, sir.
Right,
do you want to go over there?
No, I don't really want to. I'm doing it under duress, isn't I?
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Just remember how hospitable I was, and I didn't give you no trouble realistically, so I could do with another interview later,
Well,
please.
There was a little bit of trouble before, wasn't there, with you? So.
Do you mean with me?
With you and that guy there.
I'm here by myself trying to work.
I saw what happened, okay?
Right.
So, you're still here, aren't you?
Oh, thank you.
You are, so just stay there.
Alright, can I get that in writing then? Oh shit, let me sort this out.
And all of them, yeah. I'm trying to get a response. What's it beautiful? Now it's like the vegan. You're trying to wind him up earlier. Yeah. The drag queen.
Oh, it did.
It's like this. I want to eat. It's all right for them to stand there like
Debbie.
So what I don't want
Dave.
it's all right, but they're going to call you now.
and you.
I've got something for you.
Sorry.
I've got something for you that I need you to look at. Please, sorry, I beg your pardon.
Sorry.
Right.
It's quite bright, isn't it? When
I know, it's horrible. Right. This. Oh, this.
Yeah.
I haven't shouted my mouth again. Shouting me.
Police won't want to listen though, will they? That's the problem. Hasn't someone tried to explain that to them?
No, this is what I'm saying. I think you're the lady for the job, ain't you?
Do you want me to read it out?
Well, Can you get it on your phone? Because I'm trying to do
Well,
the
should we
filming.
wait till the PA? Because Piers has got a PA system.
Yes, do it
when
on
it
that.
comes up, I think we'll read that up. But you're absolutely right. I mean,
Big up, Tam.
police are not interested in that because you can clearly see they're taking their side with things.
Of course. But it's definitely worth bringing it up, though, isn't it? I think that's a good bit of find there that one of my viewers found there. I think that's spot on. Thank you for that, Tamara. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll let them out, mate. Tell them all about it. See that big fat bastard saying I headbutted him? Liar.
They've been indoctrinated in schools. I mean, I watched that Charlotte Isabel years ago. Have you seen about her? She was amazing. She said,
I had my glasses on. Didn't want to break them. You know what I mean? My glasses on the top of my head, like.
things and to get them people. It's just like all these things that I've read. Like you said,
I didn't. I told him to fuck off, mate, in the politest way possible. What am I supposed to do? Big James ain't here to fuck him off me, is he? So I've got to deal with your situation head on, mate.
And also, it's also a very insidious way of wanting the benefit of it's good for you. You know, like, you know, if you do this, it's going to be good for you. It's going to be good for you.
That's what they were saying. Anyone to treat you who they want.
I don't make Georgie feel bad.
Not the person.
Are you familiar with these flags? Is that blue and pink?
Yeah, okay, try to make out that's me.
Is that the map?
No, that's a transgender flag. The map one's got two yellow ones in the middle.
I tried Googling it, nothing on Google. It showed me.
I'll send it you, I've got it. I'll send it you. So keep your eye open for it.
You haven't been in school for about 3 years now. They don't make
They've ramped it up. It's very sexualised. Every single thing. Like Love Island. Basically, it's a humiliation of the peasants. I see it as that Love Island, especially it's 10% Where are they teaching them about love? They're not. They're teaching them about sleeping around. I mean, but they don't tell them that they might have got an STD after, do they? Or you know what I mean?
Well, it's making sex and sexuality mechanical.
Not
mechanical. It's just something you
not
do.
love. It's not a love thing.
Exactly.
It's even songs and the music now. When you look back to, you know, when I was younger, you know, it was like
proper love songs.
like
Teenage girls used to listen to them. Whereas now it's all like
he's taking photos of me as well. Yeah, you tried to take pictures of him. No, it's him. Well, you can see he's completely hit.
Everyone was emailing the councillors because this is council tax.
Your number, mate.
And Rochdale's got a hell of a
got their number.
community. That's what it is.
I want to take a photo.
They weren't just getting, and it's a Labour council. The only reason they get elected is because the Muslims vote. So the Muslims were kicking off about it, and everyone was bombarding them with emails.
Who's got the most minority votes in it, really? Do you know what I mean?
Labour is the party of the mind, so when they start giving all these minorities,
It's the same as Slough,
Labour council will work like
Oh yeah.
this is going down
Got you, mate.
because the
You got me. I got you. You don't know who you're playing with.
Kind of make sure you look this way.
Yeah, well, I don't live there anymore, but I live in Wakefield. Last night I went to Wakefield, stayed at my mate's house, and we went to pick somebody up.
That's why we know what they are. Too late, we've already got 4 photos of you. Already got your face.
That's why they've got the flag up.
We've already got their face too late. You've already got it.
But one in Bolton, one of these.
And the mask's on. All I've got is a
It was the protesters on this side telling I'll be honest, that's the way to doing something.
1 2 1 2.
That was a Bolton drag queen story. On the left wing of Bolton, which was only a small one, like that. In fact, yeah, that's probably a little bit bigger than the one at Bolton. The majority was. But the, yeah, that, I want that. I want that. I think
I keep asking if it is private because it's run by the county.
So this thing is
yeah. This chap knows about the social media. He was just telling these lefties about the social media posts that was very. Is it ADHD in here?
That's what they're saying.
And he had social media, didn't he? Well, I don't know exactly. I just know he's got a lot of perverted shit with kids and stuff on there.
Love has no age and all that sort of shit.
Yeah, that's what he said on his thing.
Yeah, I know.
Isn't the photographs of him with kids in it? Well, you can see his.
Yeah.
He's got photographs.
In these conversations that we
Pierce did get a ticket though. Funny cunt.
This LGBT lot there is a math. Eventually they wanted to
Yeah, he said love has got no age, by the way, Debbie. Sorry? Love has no age.
Love has no age.
Let's get a picture of me and
they've
you.
been pushing it. It's like a Weimar Republic point too, isn't it? You know what I mean?
So good. I'm very good at doing that.
Can we get in the bus? Yeah, let's go over there.
They come out with this crap, love is love, isn't it?
Amy? I might take a photo of the bus. This lady's doing
I want to take a photo of the banner.
Let me get out of the fucking way then.
I'm sure they all like to get minorities, and we know the majority of women aren't like. They'll be like, oh, we can't, we'll have to legalise it to defend the. Some police stations are letting them off with a community something. It's like if you admit it, we'll just put it down as a cultural misunderstanding.
Yeah, it's in their books, isn't it?
Yeah, they'll say
It's in the Torah and it's in the Quran.
and that's wrong, but you know, like they basically have to sign something and say, right, you admit you built it, we'll let you off.
Yeah.
And that's it, you don't even go to court. And South Yorkshire Police, that's the county I'm living in, they have they give out the most restorative justice I rung them up and told them I'm planning a protest, and I didn't work with it in the end. I said, this is what's it about? I said, it's about your police protecting paedophiles, and you've got a record in front of you. Not long after that, he arrested me. Yeah, but we didn't press charges, did we?
No, I'm on it.
We arrested me for disorder.
No car, come on.
Just clear to me.
Basically just telling you we know who you are.
But I don't know what
Spin the phone round here. Spin the phone round. Spin the phone round.
you know when you're not supposed to use a muscle?
Yeah.
I used to do the gym. When you get points, I think all I can think of.
Fair enough. I'll shut up then. Right, dude.
Been allowed to take a book back despite the grooming session going on.
Probably got posted through the thing.
So when they'd come, they'd all I remember, it's not like this position.
Yeah, what they do is they roll through there.
Right. So it looks at the time, but the morning after, it was like what went up last night? I mean, as soon as I went to sit up, I'm like, wow.
What is this man like? Who's he marching towards?
Silly question is yours.
Right, sir.
This is private property.
Publicly accessible though.
Private, but you're recording.
But it's publicly accessible.
Listen carefully.
Go on, you listening?
I've just been instructed that you're more than welcome to be here, but you cannot be recording because, okay, when the kids are coming,
right,
you're recording them.
No.
We don't know that.
Well,
okay?
I haven't moved it. It was aimed in one position.
Yes, what I'm saying to you is,
right,
under no circumstances can you be recording who goes into that building.
I'm not. I'm aiming it at the trannies over there, mate.
Right, you're missing the point. They're coming up there, sir.
But I'm not following them in there.
Right, I'm just telling you. Yeah,
right.
It's not right for you to be recording.
I think it's not right for you to come to me with your attitude, to be honest with you. You've got proper hate in your voice, geezer.
There's no hate.
Let me tell you. I can tell, but I can feel
like
energy
you're
in
recording,
it.
like you're recording, I'm recording.
Right, see all that. See, that ain't love. That ain't love, big man.
No.
See your demeanour, what you done there? Recording, I'm recording, all love. That ain't love. That ain't love.
What's love then?
That's trying to threaten me. You're trying to. You are.
How am I threatening you?
Why have you told me that you're filming?
Can I just ask you?
Why did you not tell me you was filming before you come over? When you come
What
do you mean I can see that? How was I supposed to know?
Sorry? You still haven't presented proof this is private.
Right, the event is private.
Right.
Sorry?
The event is
but the land's publicly accessible.
The
It is. It's publicly accessible, geezer. I do this for a living.
Land.
You keep that place for a living. Yeah, you can tell the police. This is okay. So they'll deal with they'll deal with me then, won't they? Yeah. I'm not recording children. I'm not recording children. I'm not a weirdo.
I'm just making sure you do not record.
Right.
Children.
Well,
that is a directive I've been told.
Right. Okay.
And I pass it on to you.
Okay. Can I tell you about something? The gentleman in there, on his website, it states that he does basic DBS checks on his staff. Hang on. What do you mean? Do you not? Hang on. Hang on. Yeah. But do you not safeguard for children in the library, in Oxfordshire Library? Do you not safeguard for children? Because you come out here telling me about the children, I'm not allowed to film the children. That's called safeguarding. That's called safeguarding. What you're doing is safeguarding. I'm trying to explain it to you. You're not listening.
No, you're not listening.
No, you're not.
I've come here to explain to you. You're obviously not listening, so not a problem.
All right, cool.
Surely your job is to keep the pigs here, rather
No, his job's to watch the toilets in the fucking library.
Your job is
No, he's not a police officer, Debbie. It's not his job to keep the peace.
That's what he was doing.
He's the janitor. He's the janitor for the toilets, mate.
Get a response from you. That's what he was doing.
Yeah, you see, you're trying to get Aggie in that.
He's been told to do that, I think.
Yeah.
Jim.
I just filmed it in case it went a bit further, that's all. So
It's not illegal to film children.
No, I'm in a public place. I'm in a publicly accessible place.
I keep saying, can you prove it's private? And they won't give me any information.
You're not going.
They've told me I'm not allowed up there to film, so I've come over here to film, and then the security's tried to tell me I'm not allowed here to film. Go away.
Don't move. Don't move. They're just trying to scare you. Because even if they arrest you, there's
He thinks I don't do this for a living. That's his problem.
Listen, if he is allowed to manhandle you out.
He ain't.
If it is private.
He ain't. It's publicly accessible. It's a public building. It's a library. It's a public library, paid for by taxpayers, right? So it's publicly accessible. I have implied right of access. I understand. Right, it ain't a problem.
Just be mindful, mate. You don't want them fucking scaring you up and breaking the camera.
Yeah, no, I hear that.
Virtual signaling, isn't it?
That's
Virtual
exactly
signaling.
what it is.
She's probably had her 4 days, hasn't she?
Yeah, you've got to be careful because they could be going into the wizard.
It's not illegal to film children. It's not vital. There's no expectation of privacy.
I'll never get that red again.
I've just filmed the back of the ladies' heads just to be sure, boys. You know what I mean?
But you've got to also, which is why I was filming that, you've got to stand up.
I usually get that. I'm glad you did that for that fella. Because
Just in case it went any further and he did something with you, I thought if I was filming.
Thank you, Debbie. I appreciate
You just
that.
don't know.
No, and he was very angry. He seemed very angry.
probably been jabbed. You know, that makes
been told to try and get rid of cameras.
Probably.
The ones that have been jabbed have gone really weird. Yeah,
they have. They have. You're right. They have. It isn't.
I've noticed that. Seriously, they just don't seem to care now since they've had that. Well, you don't know what that's in there. I couldn't think in the first place Ralph thought about it.
I imagine I didn't get that filmed, boys. That's annoying, isn't it? Isn't that annoying?
Ada was it? Not sandwiches.
Yeah, imagine that. That's a sentient point that makes absolute yes. Yeah, that's it. I never even clocked that I'm supposed to be autistic, bruv.
I didn't go because we were walking, we were going down the subway. I said, I'm going up filming Auntie.
If the council rent a private property, it becomes public. Section 33. 1972? Fucking what?
Yeah, something the Antifa said to me. You hadn't ever read the book? I said, yes, about putting on, I said it's about...
Getting your clothes down there, it's getting naked.
Antifa are here and they've never even read the book. They've accused me of this.
Go away, you smelly sweats.
You come here.
You think they're not going to be looking at the other hole?
Citing violence. He said, no, the council's done background. I said, do you think everyone has had background?
Somebody said to me once,
you're only broke the law in court.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, in the care system to be what? Abused, ready for the sex.
Doesn't mean to say they've never done anything wrong.
We're something
It's not going to be like a kind of Bangkok style in this country in the next 10, 20 years, I think. Children have no other way but to work in the sex industry.
Well, I heard about that. They were saying that the what's it called? What do they call them? Advisors, bloody careers advisors in school, telling 14-year-old girls that sex work is gratifying, liberating, and all this liberating. That's what they're trying to do because it's all Marxism. It is all Marxism. That's the thing. It comes from the Frankfurt School, mate.
They've been taken advantage of.
Yeah.
They're being used and they just don't see it.
They don't get it.
A few of them I've spoken to, I said, you will wake up one day.
Nah, they're so far gone though, isn't it?
Well, it's like I feel sorry for them. Because they're the generation in a few years, actually, it's not even 10 years, is it? That are going to be so poor, well, we are as well, that they might not have no choice, and they won't even see that they've been
manipulated.
They're all trying to mutilate themselves in the name of I don't know what. Like,
it's mental health.
It is.
You very rarely see them. You very rarely see them smiling and laughing.
When you call
sad, they're all.
When you call a condition,
it's funny at the end of the last one.
It's got to be mental health,
isn't
it? If you're dysphoric about anything, if
that's the key one.
That's what it's called, the trannies, though, isn't it? It's what they call it, gender dysphoria. That's what they call it. That's their name for it.
I said no, just a drag queen, and you keep calling him a woman when he's obviously a man because he hasn't changed.
Mental.
See what's going on in Iowa.
And the religious guys
trying to bring in this massive way.
Well, yeah, he's on us.
I've seen.
But in the end, they couldn't.
I've seen them
because he was religious and he cared about people.
I've seen them
going really far.
I've seen them doing what's it called? I've seen them doing pole dancing at some sort of pride and that, getting kids doing all that. But you're saying what they're trying to give them cross-sexual hormones.
But that angers me how you've got here as a 75-year-old man, but it's okay to physically
check the American.
Unless they're your enemy.
because you don't agree with it.
They wouldn't.
That's why I spent an hour talking to this group of Antifa.
Didn't believe that.
I said,
showed him them.
Straight away.
Yeah, but you can show these people. You can show these people about Harriet Harman. Listen, this is how far you fucked. This is how far we're fucked. She's still an active member. She's still an active member of fucking the Labour Party. She's high up there. She was writing the Bill of Rights. She was doing all that sort of weird shit. Yeah? She makes sure that all our rights are in line with. Mate, like that love has no age. Comes from their establishment. Comes from big Mason shades back in the 70s. It's fucked. That's how you know society's fucked. We're in the end days, mate. If you don't believe, you better believe. Time to repent, brother. Amen. Amen. 100%. There's no other explanation at this stage, is there? You know what I mean?
The whole system of education
It don't make no sense.
infiltrated by the left, and they've been brought up for that. My son,
All of them are scary, man. Oh, there's Piers down there. He needs help. Sorry, Gov. Come on now. Look at it. That's the one that reads, boys. Jim called it early on. Go on, the Gabba. Tell her to move her bus. Go on, Gabba.
Before you learn who is electrical,
What is it? 7 minutes? He's following me all the way up.
okay guys, I've got a suggestion for you. Guys, can you hear us? I've got a suggestion.
They're acting like dogs.
We want to make some speeches here. You can make a speech, we'll make a speech. How about that?
Yeah.
We'll make a speech for you.
Speech it again. He's not human.
To get a screeching bed.
Wailing like a bell. Wailing like a bell.
We're all holding hands going.
So, See you then. See you then. Put as fast as it building. You lot. Oh, the big.
That's why they're going
I'm not stood there with a fast thing in the ass. Curly hair's a bit of a finger.
Alright, I think we're all going back to the zone now, mate. You keep on sneaking out, you do, don't you?
I'm not trouble, honest. I'm not.
Come on. Let's all go back.
I'm trying to get in though, Gov, please. I'll come with him. That's the reason I'm here. That's why I'm here, because he's got the PA system. I don't do all the talking. Can I just get him from here, Gov, yeah?
What you saying is trying to speak. Is that what you're saying?
Say it loud, say it quick. Drag queens are welcome here. Say it loud, say it quick. Drag queens are welcome here. Say it loud, say it quick. Drag queens are welcome here.
Okay, I understand what you're saying, but we make a speech and then you don't get a player. How would that be? So if you make a speech and I'm in the player, how would that be? So I know you just come back from SWP training for Rastafarian. Look, the Rastafarian SWP training school, that's all to say on that.
Pedophiles! Off of our street!
Have you got anything to say?
Pedophiles off our street! Pedophiles off our street!
Well, you're calling us in pedophiles, but you're calling us in James against grooming, you have the others. James against grooming. Where's Nicholas? Where's our man Nicholas?
They need to be up the road. Either go down there, impeding this guy, or they can go on the pavement. They need to get on the road. Alright, fella, you've heard the instruction, yeah? On the pavement, or over there, please.
Yes, sir. Sorry, my love.
On the pavement, or over that space over there. I can't hold here, okay? Start negotiating.
Gentlemen, I know my colleague's already spoken to you. Obviously, there's going to be quite a few cars coming from out of here. So
It's my job to film him. Do you want me to stand next to him?
No, I was just saying, if you just stand
Yes, sir. Thank you, Gov. That ain't a trick. This ain't entrapment, is it? All right. All right. Thank you, sir.
So what we've got on the list today, we've got...
Right, this serial, I want these people on the pavement, please.
Cheers. Why don't you come down here with everyone else? Better off. Yeah, I know, but they're not engaging. We could shout at them with the PA from round there. I'm trying to get them down there.
Thank you.
Okay, there's going to be vehicles that are coming through. We don't need to get...
Sorry, thank you.
Just walk with us, guys, please.
Yeah, I'm going to go over the other pavement, eh? I'm going over the other pavement, mate. Please don't touch me. Absolutely insane. Hello, Tim. Hello. Lovely to meet you. What's your name?
I'm Vicky.
Nice to meet you, Vicky. I'm going over this one, Gov. I'm waiting for the traffic here. Watch. Magic. Fucking hey. I beg your pardon, miss?
Getting some good shots over this side of the road.
Well, I'm just trying to keep out of trouble, miss.
Yeah, just don't go in the road.
Well,
Quickest way to
yeah.
get the job.
Fair enough. Not trying to wind people up. No, miss. Yeah. I've been following this all over the country, miss. Reading. What? Are you? So how does that work then? Is that part of Oxfordshire?
It's on part of St. Peter's, yeah.
Anybody there want to make a
Oh, Thames Valley, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. I used to watch you lot and what's it called? Back, yeah, and all that sort of. Smithy, I think his name was. Do you know him? Yeah, probably. Probably a bit too old for you, actually. Oh, they read to fuck, don't they?
Fair play to you, boys. Fair play to you.
Go on, mental Mickey. Let him have it. You have to tell people that, though.
I know, you do. Not when he goes round.
My other half thinks it a bit mental, mate. This one.
Exactly, innit? Yeah.
Looks a bit like my uncle.
Anyway, let's go and put this brolly in the car. You don't fit the one anyway. Come on.
Correct, not political on YouTube. Otherwise spelt as fash, apparently. Do you get a lot of that round here, boys? Here, I'll tell you what, I was down here earlier on and a lady said, see a police car, yeah? She goes, oh, a police car! Is it like that round here, is it? No offence round here normally.
We just happen to be here. Andrew wants to make a speech.
Yeah, can you bring her over here to make it so I can film it?
Oh, that guy's a man!
Do you want to come over there and do it there?
Yeah. What, sorry?
You tell them you want to make a film and you stand in the road and do it.
Yeah, they're not
much traffic here.
I've already headbutted one of these people that's here. Yeah, so they're on top of me. They don't want me doing shit near any of them. They think I'm, what's it called?
Alright.
So, but I was defending myself. Alright. Right.
You start on more cops.
Oh, no, eh?
Standing over there, no one can see us.
Yeah, they can hear us. We just shout at them. And then look, I've got a good bit of legislation for Debbie or for someone to shout over the PA system as well. 2015 something act, I've got it written down here. It's all about teaching children sexual things for sexual gratification.
Well, we want to see if you do the speech just there, and people can. Well,
that PA system
down
shit.
There, no one sees anything.
That PA system shit.
No, it's working now.
Is it working now?
Yeah. I don't know what happened to it, but it started working.
What? What about if I give you the microphone? Will you be able to do it? Are you going to do it on not two microphones?
Come near us.
I know, but they won't let me get in front of you, Piers. It's the problem.
You come across the road, stand where Shane is.
What? And you face the PA at me a bit, yeah? Yeah, go on then.
Intimidated by that bastard.
Your agitator mate just came and tried to agitate while we were over there.
Did he? See, that's why the old people left me do it, because they knew it weren't me.
Yeah.
I reckon.
I said, well, I was standing there and I see you headbutt one. He said, he headbutt me. I said, whatever, but you headbutted, whether it's in retaliation or whatever, you headbutted someone. And you're over here trying to get me removed for standing talking and singing.
Lunacy, innit? See, lunacy. Oh, I lost my black bit now. For fuck's sake. This vape's done nothing but fall apart all day.
Jim, come closer.
Yeah, all up here. Yeah, we might as well film that.
Since they started using hot drugs, conversion rate of one of our main products has improved by 300%. Hot drug is one of our main tools to gain user experience insights. That's why we're using it for more than 2.5 years. As a product designers, we know what users are doing with our software. For example, on one occasion, we noticed that users are toggling Windows in and out of the frame, and the window resolution kept changing. What was better?
Oh, what's it?
Picture of how to navigate our site. Thanks to them, the window resolution change has to do with the way users using our main feature, the calendar, which for us was just good. For me, as a designer, hot drive is for day-to-day to organize workout team and to organize people understand pages. The key effect of my work and continuous promotion is to move through.
Yeah, it's a good shot like that, Pierce. Fucking get.
Oh no, you are encouraged to delete the times. Behave yourself, man.
She said that was privilege and not very damaging.
That's the shot there, baby. Yes.
Oh, no, we have time.
You've done it. Well done. Well done.
So we're here today to oppose
I only found out
the
2 hours ago.
drag queen reading talking, which is sexualisation of young children and grooming. And the readers are, of course, pedos anyway. So the whole agenda is utterly abhorrent. So we're here to say that. A number of us have got speeches to make. We have invited the other side to speak as well. So far they have refused. And I want to ask Angela now to read a speech, a very comprehensive thing to spell out what is going on. Now, it's as long as we need, because there's a lot of stuff in there that has to be said. If you stand a bit here, it's probably a bit easier. Okay, we'll hold up. Yeah.
As social animals, we are, you and I, influenced largely on an unconscious level by the social norms of the society we are born into, particularly so as young children. Our identity develops out of how our parents respond to us. And in Western culture, what school and wider community we are part of reflects back to us. It is why no one in the woke paradigm of the Western world cannot currently answer the question, what is consent? I'd recommend that you listen to the documentary by Matt Walsh.
Mate, you're out of here.
In the Mindspace document of 2010, the UK government boasted that applied behavioural psychology could be used to manipulate the behaviour of the general public without them even realising it. This applied behavioural psychology is being used to manipulate you right now to change the social norms in meeting the goals of the UN Agenda 2030.
Yes.
The rise of the fake fascist left that will not debate any issue, be it the use of drag queens in children's story time, experimental mRNA injections called vaccines,
all the claim of man-made climate change are a hugely successful product of George Soros working with the World Economic Forum.
Bring down the World Economic Forum!
Yes! Anyone who challenges the fake left narrative is instantly denounced as a Nazi. Labels are a divisive tool for dividing people that would otherwise unite against the common enemy.
Yes, hear, hear.
Our common enemy are billionaire bankers, BlackRock, the World Economic Forum, and Klaus Schwab, the real Nazi.
Nazi Schwab!
I'm not a label, I'm a human being, but I have been name-called everything from a nutter to a Nazi for being me and expressing what I think. Let's not pretend the recent deterioration in children's mental health is huge, with suicide and attempted suicide the highest ever. The Tavistock Clinic, whose answer to child gender dysphoria was to mutilate their genitals and prescribe puberty blockers at a profit without parental consent, has been successfully sued recently by 1,000 families. However, despite the clinic being shut down, many new regional clinics are planned to replace it.
Shame!
Because this trend in gender dysphoria is on the rise. What we ought to be addressing is, why is this trend on the rise? Is it really an individual problem? Or maybe, just maybe, it's a societal one?
Yes.
A boy from the US told his lesbian parents at the age of 2 that he felt like a girl. At the age of 4, he agreed to transition into a girl, and now at the age of 10, he's a famous drag queen called Noella. Noella is an LGBT icon and the youngest trans model to promote the clothing of trans designer Mel Atkinson in New York Fashion Week just recently. However, Canada appears to be leading the way in sexualising children, with the youngest drag queen, Queen Letitia, an 8-year-old who poses and dances regularly at gay clubs. Queen Letitia and her mother were interviewed by Philip Schofield in 2019 on Breakfast TV, and it was portrayed as a lifestyle as progressive. In my opinion, the child has been a victim of abuse, characterised by grooming and exploitation in the sex industry. Regressive, not progressive. It is part of Agenda 2030's goals to normalise the sexualisation of children, to allow paedophilia to develop into a social norm, and it has been facilitated through culture and education, which is more accurately described nowadays as indoctrination. The UNESCO International Guidance on Sexuality Education, published in 2018, suggests children as young as 5 have the right to decide who can touch their bodies, where and in what way. This is the beginning of reducing the age of consent to 5-year-olds.
Yes, shame.
I want to give credit to the campaign group Public Child Protection Wales, who have raised money to oppose the Welsh Government for implementing the Curriculum and Assessment Act 2021. This will make relationship and sexuality education an essential part of every lesson for children aged 3 to 16, with no parental opt-out from September. In Scotland, John Swinney, the Deputy First Minister and Cabinet Secretary for Education, is comfortable for schools to promote threesome, racial ejaculation, porn and prostitution.
Disgusting.
The image of a banana dipped in Nutella has been used to introduce youngsters to anal sex. Why are we embracing this rising culture of sexual self-gratification without addressing the costs? Like the loss of aspiration to the idea of raising a family. The globalists are aware families are the building blocks of society, from which solid communities are built. Communities that pose a real threat to their power. People who label themselves and place themselves in individual boxes and fight amongst themselves facilitate control over the masses. The globalists, represented by the World Economic Forum, are also eugenicists, and the LGBT community is being used to justify the development of technologies where children are conceived outside of the body and even grown in artificial wombs.
Shame.
The fertilisation method is being developed in Belgium to enable a transgender couple to have a biological child. Ultimately, whatever gender you identify with is your personal choice. But if you mess with your biological baby-making equipment, you can't complain when you want a child, since it was there to perpetuate the human species, not just for personal pleasure. Yuval Harari, eugenicist and advisor to Klaus Schwab, will have you believe, whatever your anatomy, you're entitled to a child, so that you scream for the unethical technology that will lead to designer babies. The very same man who is promoting such technologies also claims publicly, we just don't need them for the vast majority of the population. Think about it. In the words of Diana, Princess of Wales, I recommend you be careful what you wish for.
Well said. Well done, Angela.
Well done.
Well done.
Well done, Angela. Superb stuff there. And we did give a copy of that. She gave a copy of it to the head librarian in Oxford, Central Library. Because you went in there and complained, and they didn't want to listen too much, but they said they would take a copy this week. Well, one wondered. His name was Richard Pratt. So let's hope his name doesn't carry us being too far. Does anyone else want to say a few words? Was it there's a young gay man there, or maybe Debbie wants to say something, or Shaney?
I can say a few things. It's not really my topic, but I can say a few
Indeed.
things.
Well,
Because of my background as a teacher and what I'm like.
Go on, Debbie! Hey, round of applause for Debbie! Hey!
Hey, thank you so much. So I want to talk because I've heard the most offensive things being shouted out today, both in Oxford City Centre and here in Didcot, that we are the far right, that we are fascist. If you actually did the democratic thing, which you're supposed to be taught by the education system and having a debate with us, you'd learn that we're far from it. I've been a politics and social science lecturer for 20 years. Piers is an academic. We are from the traditional left. Lots of us stood here. I have campaigned for the rights of gay people, for Palestine, against poverty, for the rights of the elderly, for food, against food poverty, and I take issue at being called a Nazi.
Hear, hear.
It's hugely offensive, and I find it offensive that the police feel that's acceptable, so we are defamed in that way.
Here, here. Well said, that woman.
And on that point, I want to talk about my experience, because what I've seen 20 years until recently, because I lost my job for being someone that speaks the truth. 20 years I was a lecturer and teacher in both further and higher education in colleges and universities I've worked in. So I have seen over a period of 20 years the education system change in this country. And I'll talk about what I've seen happen. Now when we used to, all teachers are expected to talk about issues to do with inclusivity, people from different backgrounds, whether it's their sexuality, gender, sex, which is something different to sexuality, race, all those issues. We're taught to understand those. And as someone that used to teach sociology, of course I bloody understand them. I used to teach sociology. We're taught to talk to the kids about these issues. Now, we used to do that, and we used to do it in the right ways, in the context of the classroom, the textbooks, with open Q&A and discussion where the kids could ask us anything. That's the way education is supposed to be. That is the way if you are for freedom of speech, freedom of expression, the things that your ancestors and our parents fought for after World War II. Freedom of speech, freedom of expression.
Well said, Debbie.
And not to attack people like Piers just because you disagree with him. You don't physically assault an elderly man because you disagree with him. Two members of your crowd today tried to physically assault an elderly man, and you think we're the fascists? Look at yourselves. We want democracy and we want you to participate as well, because believe it or not, the names you call us, we're actually here for your future. Because your future is a grim one, and it's a dark one.
Amen.
And you need to start asking a lot more questions about what's happening. Because this whole agenda is not about sexuality. It's not about LGBT. It's not about waving flags in the air. It is about the very issues that you think you understand, which is corporations and banks taking over the world.
Here, here. Well said, Debbie.
That's what it's about. And if you doubt us, looking at the floor, some of you, because this is uncomfortable, if you doubt it, go and do a search, because 2 days ago, 2 of the world's biggest banks, including HSBC, agreed for their employees to put money into allowing them to transition with sex change operations. Now that is hugely inappropriate for a bank. And also you need to ask yourself, why would the bank want to do that? Why would the bank want to pay for sex change operations? There is a bigger agenda going on.
Here he is.
Where they want to make you automatons. They want to take away your critical thought, your independent thought. And your education system is funded by corporations. Wake up! You think your education system is about free speech? I've seen it eroded in 20 years. All universities are funded by big banks and corporations. And you think they want you to think freely, the big banks? You think that's being left-wing, do you? That you're being funded? Your education's being funded by big banks and you've got freedom of speech. There's so many contradictions in your ideology and you need to start questioning if you value free speech, because 10 years from now, you're going to be living in what the sociologist Max Weber called the iron cage. That's what you're going to be living in.
Well said, Debbie.
And for those of you studying sociology, I know that's one of your favourite topics, check it out.
Well said, Debbie.
Thank you very much, Debbie. Well, if you guys over there have got something to say, you want to use the microphone, and you've got something to say. You see, your suppression of free speech goes hand in hand with the BBC refusing debate. And I would remind people, before the war and in Stalinist Russia, the dictatorships suppressed free speech and democracy so they could impose fake science. Those things go hand in hand. You cannot destroy real science without destroying democracy, because democracy requires and allows debate about evidence. When they want to impose fake science, they've got to end debate. They've got to end evidence-based science. That is why Hitler ended democracy, and that is why Stalin did that. And they imposed fake science, such as the divine right of Aryan races to rule, and in various biological ideas in Russia. We cannot allow this to happen, and it is utterly disgusting that people here actually perpetuate the same thing. Last week up in Manchester, people were preventing us from speaking, even though we had promised the right to speak. And when I uttered a certain truth, some of them went berserk. The truth I said was, we have to recognise that people in Peterloo died for our rights to vote. We now have to defend anyone who's been killed by the state for anything. In particular, the jabs programme of the NHS is the new killing millions, thousands, and probably millions in the long run, are being killed by the syringe, not by the sword. And when we said that, they went berserk. But it is true, and we say it now, and all they can do is chant nonsense. Well, Captain's not welcome, but paedophiles are not welcome. The grooming of children is not welcome. You can have a drag queen, but elsewhere, please, not in front of children. Their agenda is part of the New World tyranny to justify, as spelled out by Angela, to justify things like three-parent children, things like, well, transsexualism, things like artificial intelligence and, well, the technocracy whereby people become machines. They want to transhumanism, whereby the meaning of sex and love will be ended. we will become effectively machines. That is what they want. That is what they said. It's what they say in Agenda 2030. So behind all this, we have to push forward always with the big picture. We've got to stop the new normal. We've got to break the Great Reset. And the World Economic Forum must be destroyed. And for those who are in Oxford who like Latin, but I don't think there's anyone in Oxford who can still speak Latin. World Economic Forum, delenda est. No, they've gone blank, haven't they? Do you understand over there? World Economic Forum, delenda est. I mean, it came from the Roman wars with Hannibal when they wanted to destroy Carthage. Carthage, delenda est. And Carthage was destroyed in the end. So, the 6 legs of the New World Order we have to destroy are the virus con, the climate con. See, they've got nothing to say. Stop the virus con, stop the climate con, stop the war con. As in the poster there. End all the jab programs now. Take down 5G and AI and the sexualisation of children is bound up with that artificial intelligence. And also with the end one, end digital biometric ID and stop the social credit card system. And for that, one of the most important things we can do is keep cash, 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 keep cash. Cash is king. Well, cash is king.
Got any links? Go and post them in the Telegram.
Cash is free. Cash is free. Cash is free.
Just in case.
Or cash is a transsexual king and queen. How about that? Well, I think I will end at that point. There might be other people who want to say, but I can't resist using our favourite slogan. Resist! Defy! Do not comply! Resist! Defy!
Do not comply!
Resist!
Defy! Do not comply! Hey, hey, hey! Well done, Piers. What for? Safeguarding children. You're mental, your argument's backwards.
We're talking to ourselves, aren't we? Shame on us for defending
It's mental, isn't it?
Mental.
This one's in as well, she can know what's going on. Look, they're not standing in front of that lot over there.
No, I know.
Our gang's still down there, I think.
Is it?
I best go and tell him, but you can just walk it. Nothing happening down that way.
Go on, Danny. What is he trying to say, my dear?
Say hello.
Oh, hello.
Lovely to meet you too.
You too.
I was like this to my mum in Buckinghamshire. I live in Somerset.
Oh, really?
And my partner to Oxford. And I was going to go to tonight. And said that what's happening at dinner. So I literally had like 2 hours to get over here. And here I am.
Where's your brother?
Representing.
Oh, is he there already?
Yeah, he's at home.
He's at home.
Yes,
Fair play to you.
Hello, Anthony. Oh no.
Is he on there, is he?
Hello,
Anthony.
Equal odds with the police here. We should have equal numbers of police here and over
Yeah, it was
there.
hectic at Oxford.
How about
Saw
that?
that man with the
Him?
Yes. Well, they've only got 2 police.
You tried getting into my personal space, didn't he?
really aggressive.
Yeah, I thought he was going to clump me.
I know, and they just
Hey, police, why are you standing in front of us?
that's what I mean. That's what I think they're going to get
We're the ones who are doing violence and threatening. It's not us.
They say violence is the language of the inarticulate.
Well, that's what it is. Yeah, clearly. Clearly, that's what it comes down to.
What do you say, Captain?
Violence is the language of the inarticulate. This is what these guys say.
Yeah, but they wouldn't understand that.
Explaining to anything about why they stood there yet.
Let's simplify it. Hitting someone.
You have to do the voice. Do you have to do the voice? That's a bit thing, isn't it?
Yeah, okay.
All people that sound like that ain't thick, you know.
No, not all of them. Come on.
By the way. His phone's overheating, boys. I don't know how much longer we got. It's not letting me charge it, and it's just dripping down in batteries.
When's this drag ring going to come? Have they just been gone? Or are they even there?
Who knows at this stage?
Out the
Yeah,
back
it's meant to
entrance.
start at 3:30. Whether it's
4 o'clock. 4 o'clock on the dot.
it'll be going.
Insane. Sounds well out of sync. Fucking Streamlabs, man. Definitely wouldn't pay for the service, would you? Considering it don't work. Yeah.
Well, anybody else got something to say? We've got some 5G towers over there, and I think you should think about that. They need to be taken down, and when the time comes, all 5G towers will be taken down. 5G towers are data highways to control you.
Have you got my telegram?
No, you didn't give it to me.
The government farming programme requires 5G towers over the whole of the country to control every animal and person, and of automated farming everywhere, or automated non-farming, automated cultivation of cockroaches to eat.
Edits.
The main cockroach we want to cross
it's
the world order.
at freedom
The
underscore
World Economic Forum is a
underscore
cockroach.
Britain. They don't let you do spaces on Telegram.
Nah.
All my phone numbers there, so that.
Police guards can't
just do
go.
this.
Police guards are breaking down because they're electric. They're running electric and with the sirens and
I
the
can't spell
flashes
Britain.
and the lights. They can't move and they break down.
What the
I mean,
fuck?
that's, to me, if they're chasing me for having given a speech somewhere, but you really...
My phone's
don't
overheating,
attack
it's proper playing up.
criminal.
Yeah.
It's not helpful. Well, anyone want to say
I'll do it
something
later, I'll
quickly?
definitely remember. Freedom
As I
Forever.
just mentioned,
Yeah,
there
and
was
just
a power
remember,
station
instead of a
system.
space,
It's named
underscore.
that because it was a coal power station. And that is in the closest thing. And of course it means oil will be used instead, or, well, I don't know what it will mean. But it means they're hoping to go to more nuclear. I mean, when I was in various groups in the past, coal mining was good and nuclear was bad. But now for these people it's the other way around.
I think these police should be concentrating on what's going on behind them, because the aggravators and the Nazis have started to approach a protester over there that is just there for freedom of speech. Yeah, and it's just they're intimidating people. But of course they're not going to look at that because they're pushing the right.
Anybody from Didcot here want to say something? It's an idea, isn't it? You'd ask the locals.
Anyone want to say something on the mic?
Encourage the locals, any locals. Well, my father was a local project.
Me too, Danny, mate. Me too.
No, I don't. Anybody from Didcot here got something to say? My father used to work in the Joint European Tour project, which is here, the one making nuclear fusion. And he did live here as well as in near devices, so he had to transmate from one to the other. But he did have a prefab here which he stayed in sometimes and it was too much to go back. So he lived here till he was, till he died more or less. And he was running the magnetic fields in the Joint European Forum to make the biggest magnetic fields hitherto being created. And he was one of the best people in the world to do this, which is why he got the job. And he so I used to do stuff so amazing, as we were talking about the car, but you weren't in the car, Debbie, that they needed such high electricity, such high currents, that when they needed to turn on this super high current for a very short time to hold these super hot magnetic field, they would turn on the local power station, Didcot power station, full beam, full, and turn on the dynamic power holder where they've got water up a hill. They turn that on full blast, turn everything on full blast and turn on the machine. And then it would happen in about 10 seconds or not, that's it. But that way they prevent people's lights going out all over Southern England. Quite a big stuff.
The public, but I'll ask you a question.
Yes, well.
So is this world...
Was it NZT in it?
Yes.
Or DZT, I think.
Going to be linked like 5G
scared.
No.
Is there a way it can work?
No. They've got this complete madness of a super expensive, well, if you spend enough money, I thought you can make it work, but then the whole economy is going to collapse. So they want to have this huge power cable to go from North Africa to Britain to move, solar power. But it would be much cheaper just to use diesel electricity in the United Kingdom. And in fact, people should understand that when the wind doesn't blow and the wind farms are not working, they provide the electricity by diesel. They have diesel power stations in the ground all over the country to turn them on and off when the wind doesn't blow. So most of these people actually believe in diesel electricity. That's what they're doing. Which is insane. So we say we need a proper scientific debate. They're still pressing my brother, but I think it's a waste of time, and the left, so-called left, to have debates on these issues. But some of us in the weather community want to have a big conference now. We're going to talk about just what is going on. Because there's a recent statement being put out from what we call lukewarmers people on the climate issue. So they say man's contribution to climate change is small compared with nature, fair enough, but they don't say it's zero. So they say there's a little bit of effect maybe, you see. Now this gives an excuse to the World Economic Forum to carry on with all their nonsense. When a lot of the people who signed this agenda, they know that there is no evidence for man-made climate change, and they know it is nonsense. They know that. Yeah. And they want to keep their jobs. No, and line has to be drawn. I could never keep a job if I had to lie to do so. That would have to be the end, and I would leave. And they should do the same, all of them should do the same. Or, of course, carry on, fight any expulsion. And that professor in Queensland did fight expulsion. He did get reinstated, but of course at a lower level. So, you know, he did suffer. But I would think, if that was me, I'd be happier to be that than there with more money as a liar. I just couldn't cope with that. We have to have integrity inside. These people over there have no integrity. No integrity. Politically, morally, scientifically, nothing.
Shot.
No.
Shot of all the above.
Because really, you know, what we should say to them is, if your arguments are so shown down, come and do it in a peaceful
They won't.
way with us here.
We've put it to them like that.
Because they
They
never
don't.
put their arguments to it. Same with extinction rebelling when I questioned them about zero carbon. They don't even know what it means, and they're campaigning for it.
Well, in practical terms, they've got zero carbon they're talking about in Korea and in parts of China. And they have total control of everybody. They're automatons. They've got masks on. They're told to do everything by clockwork, by their smartphones. Zero carbon is 100% fascism. That's what it means. And if they come up with that here, you know what to do. We say no, we resist, we defy, and we do not comply.
Yeah. Well said. Well done.
Thank you very much.
I'm going to go and see what all the shouting's about, Piers.
Protect childhood innocence. No, there's nothing to do.
Why would they need to do
Drag queens are welcome here.
Drag queens are welcome here. Say it loud, say it clear. Drag queens are welcome here. Say it loud, say it clear. Drag queens.
Sorry, dear. Beg your pardon. I'm so sorry. Sorry, man. Filming you because you was telling him.
That's quite alright. I'm not scared of being recognised by my mother if she was alive.
Well, this is it. Seems like these lot have got a lot to hide, doesn't it?
Look at her holding on to it. Deferring to men.
You know, she blatantly features herself as a bit of a feminist as well, doesn't she? Well.
are welcome here. Drag queens 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 are welcome here. Say it loud, say it loud, say it clear. Drag queens are welcome here. Say it loud, say it clear. Drag queens are welcome here. Say it loud, say it clear. Drag queens are welcome here.
Amazing.
Say it clear. Drag queens are welcome here. 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 Drag queens are welcome here.
Beg your pardon. Step back a little bit.
So are you okay with paedophilia? Are you okay with paedophiles being called people minor attracted?
She look at her thing. Look at her thing. No, she's not. She's not. She's with Posey, mate.
I bought it.
No, well, I read stuff, don't I know who's active in that.
Can you not take pictures of people?
Can you not touch my stuff?
Can you not take pictures?
No, you're in public. You're in public. If you don't want to be filmed, you're going to come. No, can you not? You're very violent. You're in public. I beg your pardon, sorry. I do beg your pardon, sorry. Thank you, Gov.
I'm allowed to go behind
Get
it.
away.
I'm trying to go behind it.
Yeah, ain't ya?
Yeah.
See this though, look at her. Neurotic. It's neurotic.
You step away from
Thank you, Gov.
He's going to film regardless, we're in public.
Thank you, Gov.
I suggest if you don't want to be filmed, you go into the crowd.
Well, I think you should ask him not to do that, which is going to make people's faces.
But I've got rights, this is England.
Well, then I've got a right to go behind you. That's all I want to do.
You're just neurotic.
You can put labels on people.
You're the one putting labels on people. You want to call everyone a fascist. Ain't ya? Amazing that, isn't it? It's got all the kit, film you from all angles. Well, you're trying to obstruct me from doing my work. I don't feel safe with you behind me. You've already acted erratic. How is that ridiculous? Because you're a woman, I'm not sexist.
Going behind you is not obstructing you.
We've got your front on again, haven't we? Amazing. People generally, if they come to protest something, they've usually got something to say on the matter, what they're speaking about or what they're standing up for. But you lot don't seem to have much to say. And I'm being big like generalisation, and I shouldn't do that. But I've had no sort of evidence for any sort of other behaviour. All I've seen is ignorance illustrated, basically. Thank you, Mrs.
Well said, man.
Thank you. Can't hear ya. little angry man, boys. The man with the eyes that bulge. I'd like to see him come and tell me about filming kids from out here. Fucking weirdo. Drums, man. Don't know where he's up to, boys. Oh, I've run out of juice. Yeah, the sisters, they was on the right side of history. I like to see all that, man. Oh, there you go. Anyway, that's something to report back from Oxfordshire, boys. Thames Valley Police are actually upholding the law impartially, mate. I'd say. There's people saying that they ain't been like on the other side so much, but I reckon they've been pretty. They have been pretty thick, man. Obviously, they shouldn't be letting it go on with what's going on. But what's the young lad doing, man? Smoking the coil.
This is actually hilarious, honestly. Is this which side is it? Oh, no, it's going that. I can't reach going this side. I blew it. Against. Oh, there's Noah!
We'll get out your way.
Oh, you know.
So.
Yeah, go down there. Trying to make it better. Go down there. I don't
know. Kids want to be famous, mate. I'd really love to go over there and interview some of them, do you know that? I really would like to get a bit of insight and perspective, but none of them will have it. It's insane. Seems like a wasted journey. Well, nah, it ain't a wasted journey, is it?
Where did you come from?
Well, Essex.
That's a long way back.
A couple of hours, isn't it? But you got to do it though, ain't ya?
Are you here for anybody in particular?
Well, I've got my own channel. Yeah, I'm on YouTube and TikTok. Oh yeah, by the way, boys, that if you're in the Telegram group, that old video that I put up in the Telegram with the teacher, the queer teachers, that's about to touch 1 million views on the new TikTok account. Imagine this, right? I had no followers on the TikTok, yeah, on a brand new account. I put the video up, it didn't do nothing, no views for 2 hours. I stitched the video on my old account, I made a stitch of it, yeah, I'm fucking telling all them about it. And I'm telling everyone my secrets about how to make it big on TikTok. Such a big mouth. Just gonna shut up. You want to see the transvestite, boys? Do you think he's got autogynephilia? I don't want to get into it because there's all little, what's it called, jealous people and that, ain't they? And they go and mass report my new channel. And then there'll be 2 channels that I get millions of views on that I can't actually upload onto because I'm too scared of losing fucking videos. Not that I should be scared of anything, because obviously fear comes from a place down below. Don't come from the Lord. What it is. There's a new flag. What's this black and brown and... It's black and brown flag, boys. Oh, it's the old Troon flag, isn't it? What is that with a big black cross going down it? Holding it. Get your flag out. What is that flag, boys? With that big half of a big triangle. Black triangle, look. The one he's wearing. It's wearing. This kid's getting all my shots. Are they trying to groom children? Are they legit trying to groom children on the streets? No, but I will. One sec, I'm just trying to see what's going on here. That looks like a bit of child grooming, boys. Like this. He don't look sure. This kid don't look sure. He don't want to be talking to them.
Follow the money.
Stopping poverty and deprivation.
I'm Bob myself. My name's Jim Bibber from Correct Not Political on YouTube. Correct Not Political. It's like an autistic foundation.
Yeah, and I object to being filmed. Thank
You object to being filmed. You're in public though, my dear.
Pardon?
You're in public, so.
I object to being filmed.
Okay, you may object. Just don't touch anything.
I can still object to being filmed.
You can object, you can, but you're just not allowed to touch anything. You may tell the police. No, okay.
I will take it out with the police.
You may well do that, my dear.
Excuse me, I don't want him filming me.
Well, he's filming you.
He's filming me.
I'll be more worried about him than him.
I don't know where that's
Are you scared of being filmed if you're pushing out the great agenda? And all the other CCTV that's on these buildings? Pushing the great agenda, why are you scared of being on film?
I like Thames Valley Police, boys. I like Thames Valley Police.
Why are you scared of being on film?
I thought the Autistic Foundation was going to run. She didn't have it. Well, I am autistic, and I did fund. It's my thing, so I sort of foundationed it with autism. So it's sort of like an half truth. But I'm correct, not political on YouTube. Well, they only know how to play climate activist music, don't they?
Girls got rhythm.
If it's a girl.
Minor attractive persons. That's it. You lot know. Thanks, Tone. Spurg Media. This is wild. I swear I'm just watching like grooming going on. That's how they send them out. That's how they procure them. They send out the young ones, the ones that shave off their eyebrows. Oh, I ain't even shaved off. This looks like, oh fuck, this one's from, oh no, I don't know if it is the same one. It's the same stick. Sorry mate. Will you engage with an adult or are you only here to talk to children?
Oh, I'm an adult.
You're an adult? Okay, amazing. So I asked you a question. I said
permission from
no. I said, are you going to engage in a conversation with?
We've seen how many police have been convicted for paedophilia.
not as many as celebrities.
That's the problem. Never trust anyone.
And royalty.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
The vast majority of paedophiles have been white and middle-aged men.
What's race?
Yeah. Why are
you bringing race into? I'll stand up to racism. Sorry.
Is that what you're up to? Would you take a refugee into your home?
The reason
you mean the people who fund it?
Hang on. The connection to racism is because this business about grooming has been pushed and pushed and pushed because by so-called Tommy Robinson, not the Nazis.
Right. Yaxley Lennon.
And he was making out that it was a thing peculiar to or particular to
In Telford,
Muslim men in particular.
In Telford, is a disproportionate amount of Muslim men raping and grooming children in Telford. That's a fact.
But if you look
but what?
If you
But
look at the country as a whole,
right.
It's
predominantly white.
It's a tiny minority.
Okay, so if my neighbour's being groomed and raped,
do you understand the concept of proportionality,
my
mate?
Isn't, I just ignore it. Do I?
No.
So you haven't come to talk to adults, you just come to talk to children then? That's the thing? Is that the sin?
It's happened. It has happened throughout history, and including
no one denies
including
white people,
white English people,
black people.
But that's, you know what that is? That's your self-loathing. Why are you bringing that up?
When did
self-loathing middle class, mate?
When did Prince Andrew? When did Jimmy Savile? When did any of those people have ever appeared?
These are my talking points.
When did any of them have any connection with Islam? Never.
Islam?
And yet Yaxley Lennon.
Yaxley Lennon.
To make out that the grooming of children is a particular thing with Muslim men.
I'd be more worried about his loyalties with Israel, mate, than any of that.
Now, that's your perspective.
I don't like Israel either.
Well, look, I don't think there's much we would disagree on, Geezer, but you've been brain fucked, mate.
If you go to
What?
Bradford,
Hang on.
and go to the
Do you understand?
One at a time.
Do you understand?
Talking
All right. Do you understand? To work with children and vulnerable adults, you have to do an extensive DBS check. Do you get
I've
that?
actually obtained DBS.
Right. Amazing.
When I was working in housing, which involved going into people's homes,
Right.
I had to go through the full vetting process.
Right.
My brother, who's also working
He hasn't.
in schools,
He hasn't. On his website, it says they do basic.
well, he's not working with children alone.
Sorry?
not.
He's working with children. It doesn't say to work with children alone. It says to work with children or vulnerable adults, you must have an extensive DBS check. It doesn't say to work with children alone. That's a fallacy. That's a false argument.
I would be very surprised if the
Would you?
If the county
By what?
council, who
Yes.
are not exactly a hotbed of loony lefties,
They're not?
have failed to check whether this guy, who is basically just dressing up like a panto artist,
Basically, is it?
has anything in his past. Well, what do you call a drag
I've
queen?
got sexually
There are drag
explicit
queens on television.
social media
Which stop
posts.
children watching
Like a different
television.
gender.
What was they saying to you?
Drag queen, a
Them
panto
two.
dame, a transvestite.
Trying to make you go on that side? But you're all right on this side, didn't you? Yeah, you are, because you boys know. That's why. That's why you boys know. That's why they don't want to come with you, because they're sensible. They don't take sweets of strangers and people in weird masks. Do you know what I mean? We all watched what you was trying to do, talk to the young ones and that. It's disgusting. Disgusting behaviour. Absolutely disgusting. Send the little young ones to try and infiltrate the young ones. Absolutely abhorrent, repulsive, repugnant, despicable behaviour. Despicable. Absolute despicable. No, I'm autistic. I haven't got a thesaurus, I've got a dictionary.
Some of the best literature in the Western world has been written by...
No, dictionary.
So if I wrote a book and wanted it read to children,
as long as the book itself was not...
They wouldn't use council taxpayers' money to finance my book reading, would they? Unless there's an agenda.
Libraries are for education.
Yeah, don't spoil it. I know you're a
So
good
what
person.
you're saying is that you don't
I was
like
hoping you'd
libraries
turn up without your mask.
having books about other things. You don't like libraries having books about a
Don't
different
take
way
this the
of
wrong
life.
way, but that's a bit of a creepy thing to say to someone.
Is that what you're saying? Because that's what it sounds like to me.
Elaborate.
Complimenting
Well,
someone.
why are you all so obsessed with seeing our faces?
Because you're so
Why are
obsessed
you covering them?
Because of organisations like Red Watch, and also because
Who? Like what watch?
I love excuses.
Red Watch.
What does that make you a communist?
No, it doesn't. It's
So why are you worried about people that watch communists for then?
because people put people.
Do you know who this man is?
Oh God.
He's
yeah.
an ultimate communist.
He doesn't
So
show
what
his
have
face,
you? What have
and
you
lots
got
of
to say?
people
Why are you
want to put bricks
laughing?
through his windows because
You do, yeah.
That's a strange sound.
No, I've had
proud of
death
what he
threats.
does. That's why
Sounded
you
like a
don't
laugh.
face.
Say hello.
As I said,
That
the
looks
first
sore.
thing
numbers of
And
death
watch
threats.
that don't get infected.
of what you believe in and what you're here for.
Why are you wearing a mask?
And the only way
In
you
the
can do that
outside.
is by taking
I'm wearing a
your-
mask because the cops have
No, Red
facial
Watch.
recognition
You've been brainwashed.
technology,
Red Watch.
and also I don't want to end up on fucking Red Watch.
Red Watch. Are you on the Red Watch list, Mr. Corbyn?
They can recognise you just from your hair.
When the oxygen levels are really low,
They can do everything.
cells turn.
Right.
So you don't believe the...
Yeah. What's it called? This is yeah, all that.
All these knobheads wear masks.
All that.
Do you think this fence could stop a fly?
Anywhere with vaccine increasing your risk of
The
cancer.
men who
Fucking he picked up on one particular thing.
That's what I mean. You lot ain't got no common sense.
Pardon?
You haven't got any common sense.
telling me no.
So what's that mask? That mask predominantly is to hide your identity then, from Red Watch. Okay, amazing. At least we got, hey, that's a clip, boys. That's a fucking clip right there. That's a TikTok golden. That's a golden TikTok. Thanks for that, dear. Brilliant. I love my job. Fash.
The fact is, the thing is, they're committing
Standing with Fash. Yeah, I'll watch this one.
which anybody should be prosecuted from, no matter where they come from, or what community, or what religion. But what you're trying, when I say you, actually then is trying to identify that with Islam, which is not only false, that is offensive and is against the law.
Well, if you look into
Because
it, you'll
it's an
find the majority
incitement,
of the
it's an
ones
incitement to racial
prosecuted
hatred.
for child
He loves the race
grooming
card,
are
this one.
Muslims.
Proper lefty.
With the odd Sikh, the odd white
If
person,
you narrow,
and
if
the
you
odd
narrow
woman.
it down, if you narrow it down to one particular area of a town where the majority of the population is Muslim, and you then count up the men in that community who've been convicted of grooming, then of course you can make out a statistic.
You're not making it out, it's facts.
That in that.
Do you know the impact CO2 has on the earth? Do you know what it's for?
3,000 adult men, 2,000 of them have been convicted for grooming. That's pretty serious.
So do you want to explain the oil is not a fossil?
Oil? Did I give you the bit of pamphlet, did I?
I don't know.
I'm sure the man that gave you the pamphlet could explain it all to you.
But you can't, I'm assuming.
Probably not. What did you say?
Why oil is not a fossil?
Oil's not a fossil. Well, generally speaking, fossils are intact.
No, oil is broken down fossils.
Ah, so it's not a fossil then?
I mean, no, that's not what
I've got, like I said, I've got a dictionary. Go on, the little boys. What are you doing? What are you up to? Why are you blocking my camera? I'm trying to work. Do you work for a living? Would you like it if I come to your work and started obstructing you during your work?
Sure.
Would ya? It's not very considerate at all, is it?
No, it's not.
It's not.
Neither's turning up to a kid's reading event and harassing the reader.
Harassing the reader? I ain't even managed to see the reader, so what are you on about?
Okay, well, what about leave the kids alone? Leave the kids alone. Leave the kids alone. Leave the kids alone. Leave the kids alone. Leave the kids alone.
Look at you monster! You're gonna scare the children! You're gonna scare the kids! You're scary looking! Go on, boys, well done, pat the back! Pat the back for the boys! Leave the kids alone, leave the kids alone, leave the kids alone, leave the kids alone. Yeah, that's a banger. That's a banger. I beg your pardon, sorry missus. All right.
Stop my dad's dead!
God, that's not. Amen. Amen.
Your parents are doing a good job with you. Your parents are doing a good job with you. There's only two genders, two sexes. There's only men and women. We all know sex, but don't talk. There's only men and women.
These kids don't want no drag in their town, mate. These are locals and they don't want it. Don't you lot get it? Like, these children don't want your shit in their town. Don't you get it? They're telling you themselves. They're legitimately telling you go away. Look, leave the kids alone. 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 Yous lot are straight up pedos, man. The kids don't want you here. Like, what are you up to? It's fucking weird. What you're doing's weird, man. Proper weird. Proper weird, bearded man. Proper weird, mate.
It's a working class town. They can't I know, it's massive, and that's why parents are in the cost of living crisis, and you can't take your kids out of school. So you've got to say,
Scary fucking thing that is.
indoctrinated and being fed to you by people. So where do you draw the line? And I know a lot of parents that know what's going on.
Nazi kids. Only when Lister's about, mate. Ah, I don't know how to have a joke. Ah, I tried to dress like a pirate. Ah. Weirdo. Oh, we got 15%. Well said, missus. Well said. You're all the same. You're all the same. Every argument any one of you've got, exactly say, I've been doing this 2 years. Yeah, I've been climate protests. Yeah, no, you delusional far left fucking nutters. You're all the same. You haven't got an argument. No, you ain't.
Well, Lido, she has.
Sorry.
Fighting to be with boys doing this.
Yes, yeah, 100%. 100%. Hey, see, they love Pierce. They love Pierce, see? Save our children. Save our children.
Save our children.
They love it.
Save our children.
Look, you look like you want to eat them. What are you laughing at? You look like you want to eat children. You look like you want to eat the kids. Stop laughing. Fuck no, this ain't funny though.
Correct, not political.
Yes. What are you saying, Ginge? Div postcode? What are you on about? What am I supposed to be keeping up with? Oh, battery's dead in that. I've got batteries dying everywhere, boys.
No grooming over here. No grooming over here.
No grooming over here. Tell them, Pierce. Tell him no grooming over here.
No grooming.
No grooming over here. They're not susceptible. They're not. Leave the kids alone. Leave the kids alone. Leave the kids alone. Leave the kids alone. Leave the kids alone.
Leave the kids alone.
Nonce! He's calling you a nonce, mate.
The coronavirus is real.
He don't give a fuck about the flu. The boy's 10 years old, he don't care. He rolls around in shit. He loves it. He's not scared of the outside. He's not scared for his life. You look scared. You look scared of fresh air, mate. Leave the kids alone. Leave the kids alone. Leave the kids alone. Leave the kids alone.
I'm just doing my rent. What do you soulless beings want? What do you want, soulless?
What are you fighting on?
I'm not. You're brainwashed. You're brainwashed. Look at you. Don't be. I'm afraid for our children. Okay, I couldn't give a fuck about them. I couldn't give a fuck about them. I care about them. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Which
makes you a cunt. Fuck off.
Yeah. So fuck off. Fuck you.
I love you, good luck.
No, you don't. You love yourself. You don't love me. You don't love me. You love yourself. No.
Why are you here? Why are you here? Why are you here? What? So not only can you not engage, you can't allow others to engage either. How grown up of you? Ah, Red Watch! What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Red Watch! Red Watch! Red Watch! Yeah.
Guys, you got to say no more.
Leave the kids alone! Leave the kids alone! Yeah, nonsense. Go on, boys, you did well. Well done. Way! How fucking brilliant, boys! Big up Didcot! Didcot militant children of Didcot. Yes, mate, love it. Pure fucking banter. Because they're saying leave them alone. The children are saying leave them alone. The children are saying leave them alone. What's hatred about that? What is hatred? You lot come over there and tried to groom them.
They made their own choice. They came and they observed.
You lot come over. You tried to groom the children, and they told you to leave the kids alone. I filmed it all. I'll make a documentary about it. Yeah, that was fucking brilliant. That was best of the day. No, it goes to show you, didn't it? Astute young boys, mate. Brilliant.
That triggered on that.
That was brilliant. That was fucking fantastic, mate.
Them two will always jump over to the other side. They couldn't help themselves but come over.
Yeah, I see that. I'm going straight down, mate. They're going straight down. Do not pass go, do not collect no wonga.
Every time why do the bullets face this way? Instead of facing the other way where the antagonist.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, they're going to call us. Stay over your side, groomers. Who's crying? Yeah, that's what she gets. Yeah, but I'm not being funny. You play with the big boys. Yeah, exactly. You're gonna say it, weren't you? Come on, come on.
She's the one who's coming over.
Is that the one with the mask?
Yeah, I think Mickey was it the woman in red, the little one in red. Yeah, she's been at it all day. Yeah.
Where's everyone going now? Yeah? Well, how's he got out then?
My friend got footage of it. Yeah, if he's got footage, I'll send it to you.
On Telegram? Channel? Telegram? You're in the Telegram group?
I follow you on YouTube.
Right. Join the Telegram.
Let me see. Yeah, but how would I send it to you without everyone else getting it?
Yeah, you can. You can. Yeah, you can. So you got to search. How'd you search? That's some old version of Telegram, isn't it? Yeah, search up there. Search CMP org. No, N. That's my pronunciation, mate. Don't worry, it happens every time.
CMP
ORG. Yeah, that one. If you join that, join that, and then make a comment on something, and then I'll be able. What's your name?
Mickey Trickster.
Mickey Trickster.
Mickey Trickster. I'll have this.
All right.
It was me what did all the videos in Bolton.
It was you.
I've done fucking loads.
Well done.
It was me that.
You get the Muslim lady. Yeah.
Oh, don't have my name on that, will you, please?
No.
Please. Oh no.
I've got to take it down anyway because they was all talking mad stuff about viruses and that. So I'll put.
I'll send you tons of footage and stuff.
Yeah, lovely. Thank you, darling.
Because I don't put all that. I
don't-
read it and I share it out to people.
Fair play.
I'll crop things. If there's something bad, I'll crop it and things like that.
Right, that's a brilliant idea. I've got to get the microphone out. Thank you for that.
These are our We've got our own opinions.
We've got our own opinion and they're trying to touch us.
These are our So I think
We
should
do not
be
like these people.
They're doing it to us. So
We have our own opinion. We are the children that are getting touched. We're protecting all of the innocent children that got touched.
I was speaking to the right, guys, I'm just trying to give you some advice,
No.
right? It's probably best suited if you get yourself.
That's all you need to know. I don't want to move.
Because ultimately you might end up shouting the wrong things and get yourselves into trouble, alright?
Do what you want, kids. Do what you want. Fight to voice That's right. Yeah.
Go on, the boys. Get the boys on the mic, Piers. Cool.
Is there anyone that will try? Are you brave enough to go on the mic?
Not allowed to be offensive. Why are you lying to them? Why are you lying to them? They're allowed to be offensive as much as they want, as long as they don't offend someone. Yeah, man. Literally. Where was you lot when Savile was doing his business? Here, Stoke Mandeville under your thing. Stoke Mandeville. Are you're Thames Valley? Stoke Mandeville, is that come under Thames Valley? Stoke Mandeville come under Thames Valley. Stoke Mandeville come under Thames Valley. Where was you lot when Savile was doing his business? That's what I mean. And then all this is going on as well. It's the same force and that. Eh? Stoke Mandeville, mate. We know about them.
What are they going to do? Stick out William!
Before you go,
At the end of the day, they're going to get the fuck out of me.
One in the chat for the Didcot kids. One's all the way, boys.
To be for the rights of people. Why are you concerned that these working class boys are being picked off by the police? Why are you concerned about that if you're for equal rights?
Of course they ain't. Well said, Debbie. It's all about the signal of the virtue, mate. Nothing more. All the ones. Yes. They tried to come over. They tried to come over and whistle, whisper and all black magic in their ear.
Okay, let's go. This is the way.
Fair play, Angela.
This is the way. Time to move on. Time to move on.
Leave the kids alone! Right. Leave the kids alone. Leave the kids alone. Leave the kids alone. Here you go, boys. I say, all in all, today was a massive fucking triumph. Botley got shut down, and we got the kids in Didcot making loads of fucking noise. Can I get a 1 in the chat for the kids that hate pedos in Didcot, Oxfordshire? Woo! Absolute nutters. Oh, the phone died. The phone died. No. We lost.
Shut up, Clive, you bloody bastard! Go back there in half an hour.
Yeah, they loved it, the boys. You did amazing. You won't be able to get there, it's in Reading. Look, this is what they're doing to your town, boys. They got their gay flag everywhere. What do you make of that, boys?
We live here! Fuck off, you pedos! We live here!
That's some local insight, boys. A bit of local insight. This is what the children of Didcot think about the old drag queen story hour. There you go.
There could be 60-year-old men with some great views.
There you go.
They might try to touch you. You've done it proud, you pedos. What do we think of pedos? Shit. And what do we think of shit? We do.
Well done, boys.
You look like a fucking bag of skills
Oh shit.
Go home. I wanna go home. Fuck off, you pedos. I wanna go home. Look at them lot. Imagine you've done it proud.
Imagine.
Imagine if the police weren't here.
Yeah, I'd like to see that.